So, how are we today, Nadia?
I have a suggestion for you, Doctor.
Oh, yes? What's that?
Well, you know so much about me, but I don't know anything about you.
That's the idea.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe in God?
Like I said, we're not here to talk about me.
Wow. I was hoping we could have something else in common besides my life.
I need you to focus on yourself.
Talking about yourself is so dull.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to make that effort.
You'll have to keep probing, don't you? Psychiatrists are so nosy. You'll have to get inside people's heads. What else do you enjoy doing, Doctor?
Let's just focus on your memories.
Shall we? Did you remember anything important today?
Well, yes. All sorts of things. I remember how I went to the Bahamas with my parents. Oh, and also how I won this huge teddy bear at the shooting booth at the fair. Oh, right. I'm sorry, I forgot. You don't like working with good experiences, do you?
I'm not here to judge your memories, Nadia.
Yes, but wouldn't you rather me tell you something sordid? Like how my brother would feel me up when I was little. Or how the kids would bully me at school.
Were you bullied?
No. Come on, Doctor, no. I was pretty popular. Oh, and also, I don't have any other siblings, so... Isn't that a shame?
So your life has always been pretty much great. Always. You've never had any serious problems.
I wouldn't quite say that, Doctor. There's no such thing as a perfect life.
Why'd you ask me just now if I believe in God?
Well, I just wanted to get to know you better. You can say a lot about a person if you know whether he's an atheist or prefers to kneel in front of a priest. Don't you think?
What about you? You religious?
I was at some point, but that was a long, long time ago. And if what they say is true, don't you think that God and the devil are playing on the same team?
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. It's all nonsense, Doctor. Some of my views are a bit radical.
Oh, no. Please go on, Nadia. I find this concept very interesting.
Well, you know how when everything goes great, it's praise the Lord. But when things go terribly, then God works in mysterious ways. Isn't that convenient?
Well,
Have you heard of the myth of the fallen angel? Do you know that God cut off his wings? Both of them. God cut off his wings and sent him to hell just for disobeying him. Don't you think that's a bit too much? Who do you think was waiting for him to torture him for an eternity?
the devil?
Exactly, the devil. So one might say that the devil works for God. Just another dutiful and devoted employee. What if it was God who ordered the angel to rebel? What if it's all part of a puzzle that's perfectly constructed to justify human nature? Maybe God was bored and wanted to spice up our existence. Perhaps it's God we should fear. He's so omnipotent and all-powerful. Couldn't he eradicate evil? But he doesn't. So is he an evil God? Oh. No, it's all nonsense. It's just fairy tales. But good girls shouldn't talk this way, right, Doctor? Though I must say that it's brilliant storytelling. Well, you know how the people that wrote the Bible would have dedicated their lives to write novels. The literature of those times would be quite interesting.
So the fallen angel is down there in hell doing his evil deeds, but he wouldn't be there if God hadn't sent him there in the first place. Is that right? Nadia?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, it's all nonsense, Doctor. Forget it. Let's talk about something else.
So what you're saying is that God and the devil are one and the same? Is that what you're saying, Nadia?
Maybe. I don't know.
But that's impossible. I mean, there have to be some rules.
I guess. I don't know.
Or maybe not. Maybe there's no God, no devil. Nobody's in charge, nobody's watching. Maybe we can do evil deeds without suffering the consequences. What do you think?
What I think, Doctor, is that you're jumping to very far-fetched conclusions.
But wouldn't that be more logical? I mean, how can God allow all these atrocities to plague mankind?
I stopped believing in anything a long time ago.
You mentioned earlier about God punishing the fallen angel. Is that what you want to talk about, punishment?
Don't go so deep on me, Doctor. What I said was that...
Or maybe what you really want to talk about is revenge.
Revenge? No, Doctor, no. I just wanted to have a pleasant chat with you, with a cup of tea. Ooh, or maybe even go to the theater. Do you like movies, Doctor?
Nadia, please. Focus, we don't have time for this.
Time passes for everyone and despite everyone. And the future is coming, but it isn't here yet. And the past was here. Now it's gone.
Nadia, please. We don't have time.
Doctor, don't obsess so much about time. Just enjoy the never-ending illusion of the present.
But aren't you tired of being in here? Don't you want to get out?
No, Doctor. I love being here. I love your office. It's cozy. Did you decorate it yourself?
You don't always feel at ease, do you?
No.
Sometimes you find that overwhelming.
Sometimes.
And maybe even a little exasperating. Nadia, please tell me again about that feeling you described the other day. Or was it? Tell me again, please, Nadia.
When I open my eyes, I'm lying on a hard, cold surface. I don't know how I got there. I realize I can barely move. I realize I'm trapped, and then I notice there's only one way out. And I want to get out of there, but I can't. I can't get out.
Would you call it a feeling of desperation?
Yeah, that would be a good word to describe it. But Doctor, can we please stop talking about me?
The only object of this conversation is to talk about you. What you know, your past, your family. Don't you remember what happened?
Why do we have to keep digging up my past, Doctor? I already told you I had a happy childhood.
3 months ago, on November the 11th.
Okay, Doctor, you're asking some really bizarre questions. What is this, some kind of standardized test? Are you gonna start showing me ink blocks and asking me what do I see in them? What is your favorite food, Nadia? Where were you on November 11th, Nadia? What do you see here? Elephants or butterflies, Nadia?
What happened on November the 11th, Nadia?
I don't want to seem rude, but you're starting to get on my nerves.
What happened on November 11th?
Time is up in 2 minutes.
Doctor, why are you screaming?
I am not your doctor!
If this is part of some kind of weird therapy, I don't like it. I think we should stop the session.
This is
now.
not a therapy session! I am not your psychiatrist!
I don't understand. I think I should leave now.
Snap out of it!
I don't know what you're talking about.
On November 11th, your ex-husband took your 2 children.
Please stop.
Nadia, you have to think back to that day, Nadia. You have to remember.
Shut up.
He
Please
killed
shut up.
your children. He murdered them. You have to try to remember.
No!
He killed your children, and now he's been found dead.
Stop it!
If you know who did it, Nadia, you have to tell me. You have to tell me everything you know. You have to talk, Nadia.
Leave me